Hello guys, my name is Prudence. Welcome to Prudence Showroom, where we talk about cars in a simple way. Today we're just asking ourselves, should you let a diesel engine warm up before driving? Looking at it from a technical point of view, we'll learn about what's best for our diesel cars. So welcome to the show as we dive deep into what we're going to discuss today. So a diesel engine is like a car's heart, as you just know. Yeah. Just like we need to take care of our hearts, we need to take care of our diesel engines too. But is it really necessary to let it warm up before driving? Let's find out together and learn how to take good care of our diesel engines, okay? So if you're perplexed whether you should allow diesel engines to warm up before driving off or not, watching on can come in handy. Warming up an engine before moving ahead is a universal practice that drivers have been using ever since. You may be all cool with warming up your gasoline engine, but what's up with diesel engines is a matter of interest. So, should we allow diesel engines to warm up before driving off? Diesel engines wholly rely on compression of the air for ignition. When starting from a dead point, one needs to make sure that the engine gets the heat it demands. Is idling the solution to the problem? And if yes, how long should a diesel engine warm up? Let's get deeper into the conversation. Number 1. The concept of preheating. Starting from the scratch, you should know what glow plugs are. This device is a heating device that facilitates smooth starting of a diesel engine. It becomes tricky sometimes to start off a diesel engine owing the lack of heat compression. That is why a glow plug is embedded to simplify the task, okay? In some moderately old vehicles, the glow plug gets automatically lit up when the driver rotates the key to the on position. The longer the idling duration, the better is the heating of the engine. This process is known as preheating, okay? Many of the latest diesel engines, though, simplify the preheating process even further. The moment a driver unlocks his car or opens the door, the glow plugs get activated, thus lessening the idling time. Coming to should you allow diesel engines to warm up before driving off? The answer is undoubtedly yes. Number 2, the preheating time span. Thanks to technology, the newer cars have a display light indicating how long should a diesel engine warm up. There is a symbol that lights up as soon as you put in that key or open the car's door. In older cars, the wait time was around 20 seconds. On the other hand, in cars with newer engines, only 6 to 8 seconds wait time before starting off is required. Once you start driving down the road, the glow plug gets switched off. One should know that if your engine was recently given power, you won't have to wait. That implies that you can just simply put in the key and drive off without waiting a moment. Same goes the case when the outside temperature is hot. The downsiders of preheating. The carbon emissions in the environment are ever increasing. That is why several emission regulations are put to use by compliance bodies around the world. Idling or preheating, as you may call it, also emits harmful emissions into the environment. Car manufacturers have thus enabled a system where the glow plug will light up only when the engine starts. The glow plug is also liable to switch on when the engine temperature has decreased exponentially. The engine life will also be affected when idling over excessively. Alternatively, you can start off on your journey without waiting much but moving on slowly. Is engine warm-up necessary for diesel engines? Some of you might have this question. Diesel engines benefit from a brief warm-up period to ensure proper lubrication and allow engine components to reach operating temperatures. This helps reduce wear and tear during startup. What are the benefits of allowing a diesel engine to warm up? Warming up a diesel engine promotes smoother combustion, reducing stress on the engine, enhancing its longevity. It also improves fuel atomization and emission, leading to better fuel efficiency and lower pollution. So how long should you allow a diesel engine to warm up? The ideal warm-up time can vary based on factors like ambient temperature and engine size. Generally, a few minutes 3 to 5 of idling is sufficient in moderate weather, but colder conditions may require more time. What happens if you don't warm up a diesel engine? So not allowing a diesel engine to warm up can lead to increased wear, reduced fuel efficiency, and potentially poor performance, especially in colder climates. So are modern diesel engines different in terms of warm-up needs? Modern diesel engines are designed with improved materials and engineering, which means they typically require less warm-up time compared to older models. However, some warm-up is still beneficial. Can extending idling harm a diesel engine? Excessive idling can lead to carbon buildup, reduced fuel economy, and increased emissions. It's best to strike a balance between warming up the engine and minimizing unnecessary idling. So guys, how does cold weather affect diesel engine warm-up? In colder climates, diesel engines can take longer time to warm up due to thicker oil and increased fuel viscosity. This often necessitates longer warm-up times and the use of block heaters. So are there alternatives to idling for warm-up? Block heaters, which keep the engine warm while parked, are an effective alternative to idling. They reduce the need of extended idling, saving fuel and reducing emissions. What are the recommendations from diesel engine manufacturers? Manufacturers often provide specific warm-up instructions in the owner's manual. Following these guidelines is advisable to ensure optimal engine performance and longevity. And some of you wonder, does the type of diesel fuel matter for warm-up? The type and quality of diesel fuel can impact engine warm-up. Using a winter-grade diesel in cold climates can improve cold start performances. In applications like heavy-duty trucks or industrial equipments, where engines often work under heavier loads, proper warm-up is critical to prevent damage and ensure reliability. Extended idling for warm-up consumes more fuel and increase emissions. Minimizing warm-up and using technologies like block heaters help reduce the environmental footprint of diesel engines. To wrap it all up, now that you are clear on should you allow diesel engines to warm up before driving off, you should not mess up. Always remember, never give up an aggressive start to your cold diesel engine, as this may prove to be most damaging.